we're starting with day 3 of building this automation agency from 0 to 10K. Jumping right into where we left off yesterday, we talked about these questions that we want to explore, which I'll start off with today. And then these are the things that we want to change in our make automation. So just going to copy these over to a new day and we can get started. So one thing I want to do is figure out this privacy of client information, where there's going to be sensitive information that the client is sharing through the portal, and we want to make sure that it isn't being sent to a generalized backend LLM and that it is processed locally. So to do that, I want to see if one, we may just need to self-host, or two, we would need to use a specific API. So let's see how that's done. I'm just gonna go to ChatGPT here. Let's see. Use an LLM, but I don't want my data to be sent to any provider. How can I ensure this? I would prefer to use a state-of-the-art model. Yeah. Because I don't want to be using DeepSeek, Quen, Llama, any of those. Not for any particular reason, but I think I just prefer what we have right now. But yeah, I guess it would have to be open source, which isn't a bad idea. I guess I could, let's see. I guess for the demo itself, we don't really need to go super deep into this, but when the time comes, if it's for a specific client, I believe I could just state that, hey, this is a consideration. It would need to be self-hosted, and so here are the additional costs, because I don't want to be eating that up. And so that could just append to whatever the monthly retainer cost is for the service, and we can kind of just go from there. So we can just for now mark this as pending first client disco call. Disco meaning discovery. So I think it's best if we just start off with our make.com automation. So our first step is updating the sheets intake with the generated email prompt. Cool. So let's just go over to make real quick. And over here in our scenarios, first of all, I want to see what these notifications are. What are these? Okay, nice. Cool. Tells you errors. Let's go in here. Cool. Cannot read properties. Makes sense because I'm saving with all of these unedited properties. So let's go ahead and start with updating the sheets and take with the generated email prompt. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to make sure that in our specific legal client intake sheet, we want to have a separate column that has the generated email template, I guess, that the people of the firm can either choose to go and manually edit and send themselves, or they can just have it automated. This can be just based off of ideally previous emails sent out to match the tone, words used, etc. So we can just start with this. So we have this column generated email template. So we want to take the variable that we made earlier through here, and we want to pass that into updating our specific sheet. So right here, update a row. Let's choose our mock legal intake. Update. Is this the one? Let me just double check. Don't want to get confused. Google Watch response to Google Sheets. Okay, mock legal intake. Yep, that's the right one. So we're gonna go here to mock legal intake. Continue. So we just have to do our auth again, which is perfectly normal. Cool. Let's do this. Waiting for that to finish. Okay. Search by, enter, select from all. Let's see, spreadsheet ID. Okay, select from search by path, my drive, spreadsheet ID, click here to choose file. So I want to use the legal client intake, right? Yep, that's what we're using. Sheet name going to be sheet 1, and now row number. So the row number is a type of unique integer, and that is, let's see, if we're going with our initial sheet, I believe it's just going to be right here. That's perfect. That's amazing. Row number, cool. Table contains headers. I think, yeah, let's leave it as yes. Values, date added. Okay. I don't think we need to adjust any of these, but generate email template. This is what we want. From here, we can go ahead and take. We might want to actually parse our result because it's going to have the LLM's own words around it. So let's just see what that looks like if I do save here. Okay, so now we're just updating that specific row. And say, for example, we have, just so that I can make it a little clearer, if I go here, create a new sheet, just so I have this as a new, let's do Jane Doe instead of John Doe, okay? So now the date is adjusted to the 14th, okay? And I still want to use the same thing, that's fine, doesn't really matter. So let's go ahead and just copy this, okay? Now I'm just going to go ahead and run that after, but just for next steps we can do that. So I should see Jane Doe. And now if I just do run once, I do have to do all this before I can test it, probably. What if I just, okay, nice, ignore warnings, but I still can't click through. Can I just do run this model only? Okay, that works. Now if I do run this model only, okay. Vanill's arrow automatically use when the following clear email can't be blank, but I thought am I done? Email. Run this model. I guess I have to map it myself. That makes sense. Okay, so let's do this. Client last name, first name, cool. E-N-A, email. Are we sure where's this A coming from? First name is B, A. What if I just do E? Alright, I get it, but like, what's going on here? I don't really want to waste time debugging on this, so let's just focus on what we have right now. So we have this set up kind of okay right now, so let's just leave that. So we can come back to this after. I'm just gonna, can I strike through? No, that's fine. Okay, I can, I'm dumb, just don't, no I'm not. Okay, whatever. Connect to email to show test email being sent. Okay, so the next part that we're working on is connecting email to show test email being sent. So now what I want to do is let's just connect to our specific email account just to keep it simple. Let's do this. So obviously I assume we're gonna have to clean up the GPT response. I mean, use restricted scopes with customer house for more restricted scopes. Additional steps, here we go. Let's see. Obviously the documentation is not going to be easy. It's just Let's just do the software equivalent. There we go. Yep, okay, cool. If you're using Gmail account as an IG suite, it was considered that the connection expires. Which means you reauthorize the connection every week. Okay, so we have to use Google account. Mail. You need to create a custom OAuth client. Frick. Okay, in the Google Cloud platform, get your project client. Okay, makes sense. Log in your Make account. Add Google Drive. In the connection name field, enter name of the connection. Often user users non. Okay, so we have to do this OAuth, custom OAuth client. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's just do that new page. Yeah, let's just create a new project. Okay. Well, it makes sense because this is my new account, so I'll need to anyways. That's fine. Driver free. Cool. Agree and continue. Ooh, $300 free. I love that. Okay, maybe we'll do this off screen for a bit. I realized I wasn't recording, but basically we're just running through this to add OAuth and create a configure Google Cloud Platform for Gmail. So just to ensure that our connection doesn't, basically in G Suite, it's going to be persistent connection, and this is going to be a start and stop. So we have to configure OAuth for that. So I have run through all of this so far, most of it. And so now we need to click create OAuth client, which I'm actually not sure how to make pop up right now. So let's see, what are we missing? Or how do we go to that screen? Cool, no, branding, audience, no, clients. Okay, so restore deleted auth. Okay, this one right here, cool, data access, I don't know, scopes. Let's just see, because I feel like what I did was I created the client before. So I created the OAuth client already. So I need, okay, under authorized domains in the branding section. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Authorized domains, Integromat, and let's add make.com. Yeah, make.com. Nice. Let's do that. Save. In the audience, add your Gmail address and the test users, then click save and the right to remain in the testing. Okay. Data access section, click add or remove scopes. Nice. Add the following scopes. Google APIs. Cool. Where am I adding? Nice. Okay, this goes with each new line. Okay, cool. That's fine. Makes it easy for me. You're not using table filters window to manually enter scopes. Well, let's use this because this is easy. I don't have any issues with this. And I believe that's it for this. Update and save. Nice. Update and save. Cool. You'll be required to reauthorize a connection make every week. That's fine. Create your Gmail client credentials. Okay. Google Auth. Click clients. Cool. App. Web name. I did that already. Did I do this? CB Google restricted. Let's see. Did I do that? Let's do that. Yeah, I did. Nice. Cool. Let's go back. Go to client. Create copy client ID and client secret values and store them in a safe place. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Client ID. Where's my? Did I definitely? Oh no, I don't. Where's the secret? Oh yeah, let's tell the world. Okay. Use these values in client and make. Create the connection and make. Log into your make account. The connection name, enter new connection. Upload you to the non-Gmail. Okay, so now let's try that again. After doing all of this, sign in with Google. Bismillah. Let's see if this is gonna work. Continue. Cool. I want to make ongoing access to cloud. Yeah. Love that. Love that. Let's just reset this once and see if connection name. Let's do make. I don't know. My be missing a step. Let's start from the top. You must have a Google account. Okay. Okay, let's just make a new OAuth client. Let's start. Okay. 2 procedures to establish connection. Default credentials provided by Make. Use option becomes a paid subscription to Google platform. I don't. Your customer credentials. You only have restricted access to Gmail, which doesn't allow using default credentials provided by Make. You create a custom OAuth. You don't have a subscription. Yep, that's us. Yep, okay. Create a custom OAuth client in Google Cloud Platform. We did this already. Enable APIs, Gmail API. Let's just go through this once. Okay, branding, make, mo. Okay, yep. App logo doesn't matter. Let's see, it doesn't matter. Protecting your user Google allows apps using OAuth to use authorized domains. The following information will be shown to users on the consent screen. Okay, that's fine. Integromat.com, make.com, yep. Okay, that looks fine. Audience, external. Can I Google this? I only want it external. It doesn't matter to me. Let's add a user. No, I'm already a test user, so it should be fine. Let's just go ahead and delete this and do it again if we want. Data access. Anything about scopes on this page? Oh, I didn't add to table. Simple errors, man. Add to table first, and then we're gonna update. Let's just make sure that they're there. Yeah, they're there. Okay, so now I have to delete this for no reason. Amazing. Web app. Let's just do this make. Authorize redirect URI. What's the redirect URI we want? Where are we going? Redirect. Yeah, let's do that. Copy and let's do that. And then create. Takes up 5 minutes to a few hours. Love that. I love that. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna do it. Why not just copy it temporarily? That's fine. You guys are gonna hack into my account, run automations. Oh. All right. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna go back here and let's try this one more time. Please, Bismillah, work. I hope you like me. Please work. Please, please, please work for me. Redirect URI is there. Maybe this is the data propagation stuff. While I wait for that, let's just see. Are we missing anything? Any contact information? Okay, yeah, okay. Click continue, create, click branding, make.com. Yeah, it's probably still there. I didn't touch that. Integromat, nice. Okay. Okay. How about authorize, add URI, yep. Copy, so I'm going to use these values in the fields and make. Let's just add a new module. I don't know, man. Let's just delete this and let's create a new one. Yeah, Gmail. I love that. I love that. Send an email. Please work, please work, please work, please work, please. There we go. That's what I'm missing. There's always, you're doing it wrong. It's a user error. It's a skill issue, honestly. Apps are never broken. You're just stupid. Yeah, payload too large because you copied over some random BS. And there we go. Is that company Google verification process? The app is currently being tested and company has a developer approved tester. You think you should have access? Okay, so let's go back here where I was talking about testers versus, yeah, okay. I don't mind if it's published. I mean, how do I take out test users? It's hard to do that. Okay. So I guess I don't know what that did. That's fine. Verification not required. Cool. Audience. Yeah. Okay. Branding. Make user support email. Overview. Let's go back to clients. Let's go here. Make authorize redirect. Okay, that's fine. Where am I missing testing? I literally remember seeing it a couple minutes ago. Clients, data, access. Okay, I think I am blind. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. Well, I mean, it does matter, but let's just try it again. So the developer verifies the app with Google. You shouldn't use it. If you're the developer wants notification, remove the screen. Did I get sent an email, do you think? Action required. Information required. No, whatever. Alright, BRB. Okay, it seems like Gmail is something we're going to have to do in a bit because I just submitted my account for verification. So we'll get back to that. So let's just note that down. Need to do after verification is submitted. Cool. Alright, client task message to show text coming to the client. Okay, let's do that. This one I'm not sure about, but let's figure it out. So SMSC, I've never used this before. You need to log in a new password. Okay. Let's figure out what SMSC is. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna actually just pass on this one right now because I don't think this is needed. Super essential, and I think this will waste time in getting to starting to work with clients. So Microsoft Outlook, okay. Just re-looking at what is a high value thing. So I kind of want to do creating matter. Oh no, this is conflict. So conflict checks. So let's see. Or one of them is, oh yeah, no, they're both. One is my first name, one is my last name. And then this is sending the email probably to the staff, which I'll for now forgo. All right. Let's see what we need for this to work. Don't have one. Okay, let's create a mock Outlook. I don't like Outlook. Sorry. 9 to 5 tech job. Complaints. Okay. What? No? Oh, here's my own. Okay. Cool. Okay, cool. No. Alright. Cool. I don't want information, but it's okay. Solve a puzzle so we know you're not a robot. Solve a puzzle. Damn. Use the arrows to rotate the object space. Bruh. These AI things. Gosh, crazy. Can O1 do that? Probably. Yeah, take all my information, please. Take it. Take it. Please take it. Cool, love that. I'm gonna have to reset this, aren't I? Ah, yes. This is why I love you, Outlook. Okay. So this is gonna be sending an email to our internal paralegals attorneys, letting them know that a new client has submitted an onboarding request. So let's do new client, and let's do first name, new client, first name, and can we, I don't know if like there's a space on there we need to do new client. Say, let's maybe just do this in like this so we can show new client. Needs what? Disco call. Yeah, let's do needs disco call. Body content. Let's do this. Hey team, we just got a new client. Please, if this is relevant to your role, view their information in Clio and schedule disco call at ASAP. Thank you. Manager. Cool. Now let's do that. Importance. Hi. Yeah, we love that. Now 2 recipients. For now, let's just do our own. Yeah, let's just do my Gmail. I like that. So we can show. Yeah, that's fine. Name is Sohail. Cool. So there's a sending account to send the mail on behalf of. That's not required, so that's fine. Reply to attachments. Okay. So technically, we could add an attachment that would help them with a template for working from there, but for now we are doing the base requirements. So cool. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be. So let's just name this send email to employees. Cool. And do we want to set up Slack? Let's delete that for now, because we have a signal for sending a notification to the employees. We have a signal which will be there soon for Gmail. And I'm just gonna write that here so I don't forget it. Cool. Send an email. Yeah, let's do that after. Delete. This is tentative, and this is just gonna be send email to client. Right? Yeah. Okay. Add generated email to CRM. Yeah, okay, cool. And then here we want now, I think, yeah, okay, so let's just see, we did that. We're gonna future, yeah, don't need that right now. Set a basic conflict fuzzy check, okay, yeah, let's do that. It seems like a good starting signal, so, I mean, right here is pretty much it, right? First name. But I guess the question is, what does this feed into? So if I were to create a module from here, so the ideal process is if that were to have a signal and there were to be something, I want to maybe this should be a pre-processing step before sending that email to our employees and out to the client. So maybe let's actually put this here, okay? Now I'm just gonna disconnect this, unlink, and maybe I want to do this. I want to send, that's actually better. So here, let's do this. Oh, actually I can't do a router. How do I do this? Let's see, I can't do a router in that direction. I can do two multiple, but can I combine these at all? Query. Is it easier to? There's a way that there's a workaround how to add router and make from one to many, or from many to one. Yeah, we're gonna figure this out. Blowing my nose off camera. Come on, man. I don't want to watch ads. Store message text in a buffer. So it's just tools. Okay, let's try that. Get multiple variables, get variables. You can go ahead and set multiple. I guess multiple strings into one text. Okay. Let's see, actually. Client. So I'm curious how this will actually output. So client ID. I think for now, instead of wasting time again on this, like obviously these are going to be very specific implementations we do once we have a client. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and do a simple, okay, we have this, we're going to be searching by first name, and if there's any conflict, I'd like to maybe just process that beforehand. It would be easy. Thread and execute it seamlessly. This action can send arguments for your function calls. Okay. Let's see. That's fine. Let's use for text to parse. Okay. So I actually don't know what the output is going to be of this, but let's say client name, first name, last name. Oh, yeah, first name, middle name, last name, whatever. Prompt. Aggregate output yes if the output clear if the there are no matching Bruh, please, mashallah, but matching record is found. Let's do that. I maybe didn't do that right. Okay, actually, I did. I just am using the wrong module. So I'm going to delete this. Let's go here, do that one more time. Just message an assistant, see what happens. I think that seems simple. I think. Nope. Why not? Add message user. Just that. It's fine. I'll clear if they're in a match. Oh, no, I should first do. Clio manage API in searching for a specific person's first name existing anywhere in Clio matters. Yeah, let's do a client name. Yeah, cool. Add message user, and now we just want to put our, yep, cool. And then now that output is going to be here. I do which kind of client, there's nothing to you, results of a fuzzy conflict check. Now we're going to take that, and here we go. That's it, simple. Save. And now we have a conflict check and sent email. That's very simple. Nice. Cool. Very good. Cool. Send email to law firm employee notification. It's what we just did, so we're good with that. And create a matter in Clio. Now this is probably going to be the most hands-on, I guess, of all the things we have to do. So right now, yeah, okay, so let's do this. You got every single associated with the matter. I want to map that. So we create a user here, create a contact, so let's do contact ID, probably, yeah, there we go, that's fine. Description of the matter. So here, what do we do from this? What's the prompt here? Let's find out. You're an experienced lawyer. Okay, so this is to create an email. So we could just add another OpenAI here call, right? So what I could do, we just create a completion, and it'd be the same thing. So I kind of want to, from here, can I add a router? I kind of want to do that here. So what I'm going to do is go here, move this a little forward, cool, okay. View manage, it's going to be here, it's going to create a contact. Now, after the contact's created, I want to interrupt this by here. Add unlink, yeah, that's fine. Let's go there, go. And let's delete this, and let's do delete. I want to do that, okay. Is the input to this still the same? Is that fine? Hopefully it should not be affected by that. Yeah, that's fine, okay. So here we are mocking an email, so let's just make that clear. Generate personalized email. Create Clio contact. for new clients. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then from here, what we'll do is we'll just delete this, and this is what we want to do here. So this is gonna be this. Where's the rename? That's fine. I like good models, but when we're talking about price saving, we're gonna go back and adjust that. But for now, what are we doing again? Creating a matter. So we're gonna want a developer prompt, and we're gonna want a user prompt. So I'm gonna save this for a sec. Go here. Don't redo work for no reason. Might as well do the smart. So let's just copy the basics here. Yeah, so our goal is to convert them to our practice as a new client. Okay, so let's see here. You just receive a new client intake form and are now creating a detailed matter as much as can be done without a discount call completed with the client and solely based on information found in their intake form. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and I love my keyboard, man, and it's starting to die out on me again. And yeah, please, cool. Okay, goals to convert them to a practice as a new client. Okay, so I think we can keep this up. That's fine. We're going to learn about the case relating to. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. And okay, yeah. Message to user. So here we go. Client's name first. Again, let's not create new code that we don't need to. Go in here, let's copy what we have from before. Yeah, nice, I love JSON. Okay, first name, last name, area of need, more details. That's kind of all we need to do. So for now, what we're gonna do is I'm going to and here we are met with the dilemma again. So maybe this will be an update module, update a matter. Okay, yeah, so we can update a matter. So here, first we're gonna rename it and just say generate personalized matter details. Yeah. Cool. And that's looks wonky, but we can change that. And then here, create update matter. But okay, so now we're gonna have to make sure that these don't conflict and which one occurs first. So it's kind of these two are basically racing. Unless I do this fourth. No, I'd want this to be done. Well, so this will go first, so it'll do this first, then it'll go to that. So yeah, I think we're fine timeline wise. Yeah. Okay. I can even put a sleep probably somewhere here if I wanted to. Number of seconds, let's just do 60, let's do 30-second wait. Yeah, okay. Now here, this is the part that's gonna be a little more intense, but I'm gonna probably pause for a bit. All right, so I'm getting pinged for work, so I am going to continue this offline, and we'll check in about this together tomorrow morning. This is day 3. We have 87 days left to get to 10,000 monthly recurring revenue. And yeah, I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling like it's going to be doable, and especially after making this automation, obviously it's going to matter most when we actually validate whether this is something that's needed, valuable, helpful at all to a actual legal firm in practice. So we'll worry about that tomorrow. My goal is to have this finished before tomorrow or before day 5, so that we can just start iterating. I really just want to spend most of these times, which I'm curious about how the the interestingness of this video is going to be, because it's quite literally going to be me creating looms, sending messages over and over and over again. So yeah, we'll get to that point. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for checking in, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.